Today we're all on social media, right? In the past, without social media, people would judge each other in the streets. How did that work back then? On the street, it doesn't matter if it's a woman or a man. People judge others by their clothing or looks. People would judge others based on assumptions. This still happens, but social media has made it happen more quickly and frequently. If you're making assumptions about one person on social media, you can make them about 100 others because you're always scrolling. Lies and gossip are everywhere. Today, you're judging people you've never met and violating their rights. So what is this? Judging a person. For example, you might say, look at that guy, he did this, without knowing his story. Don't judge without knowing if he actually did that. If you assume something about a person and they didn't do it and you claim they did, this is an assumption and it affects their rights. What does Allah say? He says, do not approach me with the rights of my servants. What will happen? Who knows how many people you've judged? You've judged your school friend. You may have judged your cousin. You've made assumptions about your family without knowing their background. You can ask for forgiveness from them since you know them. How will you deal with strangers? Right? Let's say Putin. You've fallen into suspicion about him, the leader of Russia. How will you settle things with him? True? You can't settle things. What will you do then? You will keep quiet? You won't talk? Either you speak or you stay silent. You are not forced to. Discussing someone who won't change anything in your life? Is there any advantage for you? No. Does it make you money? No. Is he doing anything at home? Does thinking about someone with suspicion change anything at home? No. And look at his negative sides. Negative energy is coming because of the right to make peace. A file is coming up. What is a file? It is a permit. This file might lead to your illness. In your job, it might lead to poor performance. It can result in numerous negative impacts in your life. It might even make your children ill. Why? Because of pointless suspicion. It has no benefit at all. So you disgust someone. In your life, it added nothing positive to you. You just ended up talking. You wasted your breath. Right? You wasted the breath given by God. Don't waste the breath given by God. Don't fall into baseless suspicion. Come and talk like me. Do that. At least spend your breath on something useful. I mean, we are really falling into suspicion a lot these days. We are falling into suspicion excessively, especially with social media. These have increased. That's why on social media, about things you don't know, avoid commenting or thinking with doubt. This applies to photos too. Photos also create a lot of suspicion, including writings and news, so read but don't comment. With yourself, because the devil wants you to comment with yourself. It whispers to you, that's its goal. Now people do repent, don't they? What happens when they do? You become free of sin. Does this help the devil? No, it doesn't. To a person without sin, it tries to make them sin. And it tries to do this without them noticing. So you commit a sin, you enter a right, you won't even realize it. This is what we are explaining. Don't fall into this trap of the devil. Don't fall into it. The devil got worse in 2025. It got worse. Remember that this conflict is not merely between people, it is a battle between truth and falsehood. The one who pits people against each other is the devil, because the devil has enmity towards humans. But don't shift the blame to him. He doesn't compel you to do anything. You do it of your own accord. That's why we don't fall into assumptions, friends. This is not only valid for social media. Your friend, spouse, or companion, your relative, your school friend at work, whoever is around you, like that person did something. Wow, so that's how it went down. What a person. You might have heard it from someone. Additionally, find out the real story. Is that true? We don't say anything unless we are sure. Even if we are sure, we still don't talk, because someone else's actions don't affect you. Your own actions are what matter. Am I making myself clear? I hope this explanation sheds light on assumptions. This can create serious consequences. If you have fallen into assumptions about someone, If you can, go and seek forgiveness from them. Repent and ask Allah for help to be able to seek forgiveness from that person. Otherwise, in the future, these unresolved matters will not lead to good outcomes for you. You won't be expecting good things.